Alright, so here we are with another testing, and on today's video I would like to test out Alan Wake, the Steam version that's released originally on Xbox. It was an Xbox exclusive game that released in 2010, and 2 years later it released also on the PC. I'm not sure about the PlayStation though, but since this game has been like remastered in 2021, now it's also available on the PS4, PS5, so you can natively play this game on your PlayStation actually. So without any further talking, let's get right into this thing. And but first, this is the brightness I'm using because I've tested like different brightnesses, and pretty much in this lighting scenario this works for me the best, I would say. You can see screen is on 60 Hz since this is the Steam Deck LCD version, and we're running on 10 watts, but I would like to test out how much watts we actually need, or TDP we need, in order to like have a pleasant experience, because everybody has like different needs, or like everybody has like different expectations when it comes to like playing games on the Steam Deck. Some people would like to play on 30 FPS, others can't handle that, they always need like 60. So let's try and see how the game runs on 60 watts, or I mean on 10 watts on 60 Hz screen. I'm pretty sure this game could be achievable. Like, you could achieve to run this game on 90 FPS if you have the Steam Deck OLED version, but I don't want to get into that because since I don't have that, so it's not really worth to mention that. I guess it's just, you know, sort of a side talk until the game runs. I'm not sure if I need like internet connection, because where I'm at currently I barely have any Wi-Fi connection, so it can't save, or it can't sync with the Steam version. I will come back soon and you will see how the game runs. So I think we need some internet connection. So I'm back here. I don't know why it couldn't like sync with the save file that I had. Absolutely no idea, but let's get right into it and see if my save files are actually shown here on the Steam Deck, because I've tested this previously and it was working, and as I can see it shows that continue game, so I can pretty much like start off where I just left off the game. But before that happens, I'm gonna show the settings. We go to graphics, and here advanced options. I have pretty much everything on high, besides the anti-aliasing. Turn this off to get like better frames. I'm wondering if I turn this off completely. I can't for some reason, so it's on the lowest on 2. FXAA is on turned off, anisotropic filtering off, and everything else is on max settings. Like, you can go higher than high as far as now. Either you turn it off or you leave it on high, but on high it's everything alright, and that's the reason why I turn these things off, maybe so I can achieve a bit better frames. So I would like to show you here where I left off. I'm wondering if it will work. Yeah, it works. And as far as now, this is a steady 60 frames, you know. Actually, it's a bit like hard to like play this way, but you know, I usually record my videos like that, so that I'm mostly trying to have everything in the screen, but it's a bit hard when I try to like. It's gonna take some time, and I will have to like fight a bit of couple of creatures until we get there. Isn't this something, this thing there? I can't pick it up for some reason. So far it's a solid 60 frame experience, but how about if I do the stuff that I turned off? Anti-aliasing on 8, and this is on high. This goes to 16. How about that? That's a significant amount of drop just by turning these things on. It's not a 60 FPS experience as soon as I turned these things off. How about, I mean turned on. How about if I turn some of these stuff off, like let's say this completely on low. Still not. So as you can see, something either anisotropic filtering or FXA, I mean not FXA, the other stuff. Anti-aliasing. Oops. Gotta turn it to 2. Let's see if that does anything. Now we have a sort of steady 60. Just by lowering it to from 8 to 2, that gives us a steady 60. But I'm pretty sure there's other stuff here that didn't mention. Anisotropic filtering could also play some bit of a role if I lower it or turn it off completely. Now it's a steady 60. I mean, we had like 60 before as well, but it wasn't kind of like the same.
Hello? Hello? Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Shit. I think I'm gonna get attacked.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
This is gonna be a bad part. I'm gonna turn off the music though. I don't want to get copyrighted, you know. But Alan music is top notch.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help. Besides it, I need to... cabins for rent in... Oh, hell. Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
The thing is it was a bit of a time ago, the last time I played this game, so I kind of forgot like the controls and everything. There's a manuscript page. I guess this is not the greatest time to reading those stuff. Okay, this is how we run. It's gonna be a bad part as far as for us goes. Some batteries, but as always, I told you earlier, I pretty much like forgot the controls, so I will be really bad at this. Don't tell me I will have to fight. Whoa!
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Okay, this is where we have to go. As you can see these yellow dots or arrows.
It was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies.
Alright. You can hear somebody breathing up here or somewhere. But I ain't really sure like where I have to like go now. Like through here. Honestly, like this game is like kind of unexpectable, how to say. For a 2010 game, this is a masterpiece. It's like Max Payne, you know, timeless. You can always play it.
I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Where do I jump or how do I jump is the question. Oops. Maybe I'm not even going the right way. But you know what? As far as testing, you could see a bit of the game, and I think this is a fantastic experience as far as the Steam Deck and achieving your 60 frames. I'm not too sure now that I've seen that the game can run on 60 frames, at least on high settings, like max settings, besides a couple of stuff like turn off, using the native resolution, what the Steam Deck has. And I'm pretty sure if you turn pretty much everything low or off, you could possibly and lower the draw distance like completely. Wondering how much FPS we could possibly get this way. I mean, I can't even show you that because since my screen is limited by 60 Hz, I was a bit of a dumbass to show you that. So if I would have the Steam Deck OLED, you could probably test this out for yourself, how the game runs, so you could also like see some tests probably on YouTube and see how the game runs. But I would say there's not that big of a difference as far as low and high settings for the Steam Deck, because it's a smaller screen and you won't see much of a difference. I mean, obviously if we would be like comparing it side by side, that's a different scenario, but for like other than that, the game is like totally fine regardless of you play it on medium, low or high settings. It's mostly just a preference thing after all. But as always, take care and see you in the next one.